The Sultan of Brunei has never been afraid to spend exorbitant amounts of money on anything, from his love of gold to flying his barber from the United Kingdom to Brunei to ensure his locks are in order. Let's take a look at some of the luxurious lifestyles of the Sultan of Brunei that will blow your mind. Stay tuned. If we talk about one of the people who live in luxury on earth, we have to mention Hassanal Bolkiah, the Sultan of Brunei. Otherwise, the list won't be complete. Since 1967, the Sultan of Brunei has been in power and amassed an enormous amount of wealth. Hassanal Bolkiah, the Sultan of Brunei, once held the title of the wealthiest man in the world, and his current net worth is estimated to be approximately $28 billion. As the 29th and current di-Pertuan, or Sultan of Brunei, he is renowned for leading a wealthy, liberal, and Western lifestyle. He is one of the last absolute monarchs in the world, the eldest son of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddien III and Raja Isteri, Queen Pengiran Anak Damit. He succeeded to the throne as the Sultan of Brunei following the abdication of his father on the 5th of October 1967. You might be wondering how the Sultan of Brunei got to be so wealthy. Here's how he got rich. Only Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Thailand produce more crude oil than Brunei does, making Brunei the 5th largest producer in Southeast Asia. Exports of crude oil and natural gas have helped to turn Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah, the current ruler of Brunei, into one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet. In 1988, Sultan Bolkiah was named the richest man in the world by Forbes magazine. Extensive automobile collection. One of the world's most expensive collections of classic automobiles belongs to the Sultan of Brunei. It's believed that Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah possesses 7,000 premium cars, collectively costing over $5 billion. According to Hot Cars, the Sultan's collection includes 380 Bentleys, 450 Ferraris, 600 Rolls-Royces, 275 Lamborghinis, 172 Bugattis, 237 BMWs, 230 Porsches, 183 Land Rovers, 440 Mercedes-Benzes, 258 Aston Martins, 225 Jaguars, and 265 Audis are included in the list. A unique gold-coated Rolls-Royce is part of the collection. Pictures of the vehicle have gone viral on the internet. This one-of-a-kind luxury automobile was built with an open roof and a storage area for an umbrella. The automobile is covered in gold down to its wheels and grills. There's also a Porsche 959, a Ferrari 456 GT Venice, only one of 7 in the world, and a gray Lamborghini Urraco among them. Although it's unclear where he keeps them, other accounts claim that he rents them to auto enthusiasts in order to make more money. In fact, the Sultan and his family were said to have bought half of all Rolls-Royces purchased globally in the 1990s due to their outstanding auto collection. Whoever can afford that many cars must live in an exorbitantly costly property. And yes, he does. The Istana Nurul Iman Palace, the largest royal house in the world, is home to the Sultan. The Istana Nurul Iman Palace has more than 1,700 rooms and is the pinnacle of luxurious living. Its size exceeds that of the Vatican. In 1984, the Istana Nurul Iman Palace was constructed. It has a 22-karat gold dome, 5 enormous swimming pools, and 257 bathrooms. It also features gold-plated escalators and air-conditioned stables for the Sultan's Argentine polo ponies. Also, it has an underground parking facility that can accommodate 800 vehicles for the Sultan's use. The palace is a shining illustration of Brunei's majestic royal legacy. It's located on the banks of the Brunei River on top of a hill that overlooks the city. The palace is an enigmatic symbol of Brunei's enduring monarchy and the seat of the nation's government. The public cannot access it at any other time than during the Hari Raya festival, when the royal family meets and greets people. It has a mosque that can hold 1,500 people and a dining hall with expansion capabilities that can hold up to 5,000 guests. Given that it's spread over a massive area of 200,000 square meters, the Istana Nurul Iman Palace is currently recognized as the largest residential palace in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records. Records show that the palace took 4 years to build and cost a total of $1.4 billion when it was finished in 1984. The Sultan of Brunei had another property in Las Vegas, which, according to the report, was allegedly constructed by the Sultan of Brunei for his younger brother, Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah. This estate had an official listing of $37.5 million with Czar Zanganeh, Vega's fine estates. Eric Peterson, president of Consumer Credit Services Incorporated, presently owns it. He bought it in 2004 for $14 million. John's Lodge House in London is worth an estimated $110 million. The lodging of the Sultan was constructed in 1812, making it one of the only two villas in Regent's Park that John Nash designed. The other villa is located within Regent's Park on the inner circle. The chamber of the Sultan can be found in a distinct private structure. The living space is enormous, clocking in at over 3,500 square feet. The St. John's Lodge is located in the center of London's most expansive and exquisitely landscaped gardens. It's accessible to the general public and provides a genuine environmental paradise. The grounds are ornamented with works of art and craft from the classical and revival periods, a fountain, a Doric temple, a meditation garden, and an excellent stone portico. The mansion is situated in the most magnificent and stately surroundings that anyone could ever want. Do you want to know about the luxury lifestyle of wealthy individuals? Then all you have to do is click on the subscribe button. Let's move on. When you have a gold car that has an umbrella platform, there's no doubt that the private jets will be mind-bogglingly impressive as well. The private jet of the Sultan of Brunei is often known as the Flying Palace. The Sultan owns Airbus A340-200, Boeing 767-200, and Boeing 747-400 jets. The Boeing 747-400 is so opulent and gold-plated that it's earned the moniker of Flying Palace. Photos uploaded to Instagram reveal that the interior is adorned with gold and lilac crystal. Interestingly, he also added extras, like a gold wash basin, that are worth an additional $120 million. The jet cost $400 million. Still, he also gave his daughter an Airbus A340 as a birthday present. The extremely pricey haircut. According to the Times, the Sultan spends $20,000 per haircut, sparing no expense when grooming. The British publication alleges that he frequently visits Brunei in first class from the Dorchester Hotel in London's Mayfair, and the barber is always paid in cash. The Sultan pays roughly $12,000 to fly him. Art lover. The French impressionist Pierre-Auguste Renoir's painting Two Young Girls at the Piano, which the Sultan reportedly purchased for $70 million, demonstrates the Sultan's passion for art. The painting was created by Renoir during the enthusiastic or pearl period of his career. A personal zoo. The Sultan also owns a private zoo. The zoo is home to approximately 30 Bengal tigers and serves as one of the entertainment options for guests staying at Hassanal Bolkiah. There are cockatoos, falcons, and flamingos at the zoo that are able to mimic the behaviors of other animals, such as playing basketball, riding bicycles, singing, and talking. Extravagant birthday celebration. Sultan Hassanal did not just start his habit of overspending or living a lavish lifestyle. He started a century ago. Let's take a look back at 1996, when he had his extravagant 50th birthday celebration, spending $36.9 million on 2 weeks of festivities for himself. Sultan Hassanal included a polo match and a lavish gala supper with beluga caviar on the menu. He paid Michael Jackson a total of $25.8 million to perform at 3 concerts that were held in honor of the event. Jackson was rumored to be in the Sultan's preferred pop list. Aside from this, the Sultan's extravagant lifestyle has been well known. The Sultan once requested that his polo shoes be delivered by helicopter to the palace field when he was playing polo with Britain's Prince Charles. Even his 3 weddings alone cost millions of dollars. The family of the Sultan of Brunei used to spend so much money, up to $500 million each year, at the jeweler Asprey in London that they ultimately decided to purchase the business. The Sultan purchased it for $375 million in November 1995. There you have it, inside the luxury life of the Sultan of Brunei. Watch our next videos on the channel.